All right, so we move ahead. What is G in mobile? So I'm going to show you guys what is G in mobile. If I ask you what is G in mobile, G stands for generation. So 5G stands for fifth generation. So G stands, if you guys hear 1G, it means first generation. So 5G stands for fifth generation and the most recent generation of cellular broadband network. So what is cellular? I'm going to show you guys exactly what is cellular is in the future videos, so you guys stay tuned and make sure you guys subscribe to our channel. So according to some communication data, global mobile traffic increased 1000 times from 2010 to 2020. If you guys look in the figures, if you guys go in the graph, so it's a whooping increase from 2010 all the way to 2020. It goes like exponentially up, so it's 1000 time increase all this mobile traffic from 2010 to 2020. So this means it's a lot. The surge of mobile data traffic is due to data for small mobiles, and that was the reason for the surging of the mobile traffic. Is because of the internet, is social media. As you guys go know about Facebook, Twitter, Google, TikTok, you name it. All these mobile social media networks. So the video sharing, like YouTube, chatting, photo sharing, voice over IP or VoIP. As you guys know that you guys sometime call from different countries over the internet. It's called voice over IP because you're talking over your internet protocol. So this is called VoIP. And this surge of 1000% is due to this data for smart mobiles. And the data is internet, social media, video sharing, chatting, photo sharing, voice over IP or VoIP. As you guys know, in the previous mobiles in 3G, we had buffering issues with video sharing. When you guys receive a video that was very blurry and not rendering very correctly all the photos, and you guys couldn't see the 3G objects very clearly, but with the arrival of 4G you guys see all these things very clearly. And with the powerful mobile phones taking the best pictures with the best pixels, so all these mobile technologies enables for the fast internet. And when you guys got a fast internet, it means you guys can see your posts on social media, you guys see the cool videos, you guys can see what people says on the social media, and especially video sharing, you guys can see all these clear 4K movies inside the video sharing. You guys can see the very high definition videos inside the video sharing platforms. And the chatting wise, you guys can chat on real time. As you guys type, you guys can see the chatting. And also the photo sharing, voice over IP, it means when you guys go on your mobile and you guys only use internet to talk, and you guys do them in real time, so it was very fast even with the 4G technology. Now we're gonna go on the history of G of mobile system. So what's the history of mobile system? So IMT, what is IMT? What is this guys? These guys are international mobile telecommunication, and they have requiremts. So IMT stands for International Mobile Telecommunication, and they set a standard for all the mobiles from 1G all the way to 6G. But as I said, that 6G is still in the trial mode. They are not in the market, but the 5G is. And the IMT, they put the standard. So they put a standard what the data should be, and what the stationary mobile users should get the data, and what's the stationary user. And use stationary user, we mean that the guys who use laptops, the guys who sits on the desk, and the guys who sits inside the home. That's the stationary, mean not moving. In a mobile, as you guys have a mobile in your pocket, so that's called this mobile users. So the international IMT sets a standard for both, for the mobile users and stationary users. Alright, so the first G began, the first generation began in 1981, started in 1981, and was only voice centric. So it means they had only voice. There was no data or internet or anything, but 1981 you could only talk. And the Bell Labs chose analog system similar to FM radios for high speed mobile. So the Bell Lab was the first company which developed this technology of 1G, and they chose analog system. And analog, what's analog system is when you guys go on the radio, when you guys go on your FM to see your popular radio channel for the songs. If you guys sit in the car, if you guys want to hear song, and you guys gonna on FM 96, FM 100, you guys gonna look which FMs available, and all these FMs offer you guys cool songs. So this FM radios use the analog technology, analog waves. So this analog is totally different from digital waves. So then they use FM radios, and when you guys go on FM radios, you guys use analog system. And the Bell Labs, you chose this one. Why? Because with the FM radios, as you guys know, you guys go for to hear your songs, and songs mean sound. So it makes sense because you guys on the phone, you guys talk, and the talk is sound. So it's transfer sound from point A to point B. So with the arrival of 1992 came along 2G, and the 2G was also voice, but there was only difference from it migrated from analog to digital using European GSM technology, and we're going to show you guys shortly what is GSM technology is. So if you guys look at the date from 1981, which was the arrival of the first G, all the way to 1992 with the arrival of 2G. So there is only about a decade, and all this G comes in every decade. Just keep in mind. So the 1981 1G, then the 1992 2G. So there was a jump from 1G to 2G in 1981 to 1992, which was almost a decade, 11 years. We had a 1G, and then now we had a 2G, but it migrated from analog to digital. So they updated this system that was already there, analog system, and they put it on digital. And this time there was European GSM technology. So this GSM technology was European technology. Then came along 2001, 3G came in. So the 3G, the first 1G and 2G used the voice, and the 3G used voice and data. As I said to you before, at&t, which is international mobile telecommunication, that was the requirement of the mobile users should be getting 384 kilobytes per second. So, and the stationary users, which use laptops and other devices at home, office, whatever, train stations, whatever, in the shopping malls, whatever, should get at least 2 megabytes per second. So the stationary users were getting 2 megabytes per second, and the mobiles was just 384 kilobytes per second. So, and this was offering your voice and data. So the first 1G and 2G, that was only voice centric, but the 3G was voice centric plus data. So this was big jump. If you guys look at here, the lines from 1981 to 1992, which is 11 years, and 92 to 2001, 9 years. So it's almost a decade between each generation. So in 2001 we arrived at 3G, which was the voice centric and data. And 2011 came along, we had a 4G. So the 4G from 2011 to 2013, I believe, 4G came along, and that was the voice and high speed data. So the first G was voice centric, first G and 2G. The third G was voice and data, but the 4G was a totally different beast, and it's voice and high speed data. Mobile users, according to at&t, mobile users should get at least 100 megabytes per second. Look at these figures, you guys. Look at these figures. Is almost a big jump. And stationary users should get at least 1 gigabyte. So 1 gigabyte is 1000 megabytes. So now you guys do the math. From 2 megabytes, you guys jumping on the 1 gigabyte. So with the 1 gigabyte is a huge, because with this one, that was very hard for you guys to go and watch YouTube videos, because this is very slow speed. 384 kilobytes is nothing. For you guys couldn't render the YouTube properly. You guys could see very short videos, and you guys could see very short animation, but it was impossible for you guys to go and see the YouTube, say. But with the 100 megabytes per second, you guys can easily watch YouTube, because it's very easy for the YouTube to render all these videos or any other mobile platform, because 100 megabytes a lot. And imagine if 3G offer you guys stationary 2 megabytes, then 4G came and offer you guys 4 megabytes on the mobile and 1 gigabytes on the stationary. So when you guys using your laptop and other devices while you guys at home or office, so it's a big jump. If you guys look in here, the amount of data is getting crazy. So there was a big change from 3G to 4G, and if you guys looking here, the voice and high speed data, and I believe most of the countries, especially Australia, if you guys going in Asia, if you guys going Middle East, if you guys going Latin America, North America, they're still using the 4G technology. So we still 2022, which is almost a decade. And if, as I say to you guys, from 1981, every decade you guys getting 1G difference, G1G difference. But 2022 is we supposed to get the 5G, but most of the countries we haven't seen the 5G yet. Okay, so came along 2020. If you guys, as I said to you guys, from every decade we're supposed to get in 5G in 2020, which is the voice and the 5G. This one came in around 2020, the 5G, and the 5G was voice and ultra high speed data. So if you guys look in here, the 3G is voice and data, and that 4G is voice and high speed data. But the 5G is totally different beast, and it offers the voice and ultra high speed. So not just a high speed, but it's ultra high speed. And the mobile user should get at least 1 GB, 1 gigabytes per second. So we are talking about the second here. So you guys should get at least, according to at&t, you guys should get at least 1 GB per second, and stationary users should get 10 GB per second. So if you guys got a movie of 1080 pixels, and that's a standard movie nowadays, we jump from the 720, 750, 720 and 750 pixels, which is still okay, you guys can see clearly, but 1080 is totally different movies you guys can see in HD. So high definition and stationary user, if you guys got it in stationary laptop with the 10 GB speed, you guys can download like almost 10 movies per second. So this is crazy speed, this is crazy, and even this one's crazy. 1 GB you guys can download 1 movie per second. So in 10 seconds you guys can download 10 movies. This is crazy speed mobile user, and this technology is from 5G. The reason you guys didn't see this 5G because of the leadership in America, especially Trump. He tried to interfere with the Chinese Huawei technology, harassing them, putting sanctions on them, making excuses that they are not good company, they are breaching your privacy, taking your privacy, and all sorts of pressuring countries not to roll out this 5G, especially United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, and all these countries, and countries that influenced by America, and they canceled all this 5G because on the ground that the 5G is Huawei is a security threat, and 5G is also security threat. We haven't seen this technology yet because at the moment no one can agree with this who should lead this 5G, and because they say that the 5G to Chinese Huawei is a security threat. But most of the China, they have it, and the countries that are very friendly to China, they are all of them, they're getting the 5G technology. All right, so and we're gonna see the 6G in the by 2030. So if you guys looking here, every decade, as I said, 1981 one decade, 92 in 2001, 2011, 2020 and 2030, which we're gonna see the 6G. And what is 6G? 6G is in simple term, as I explained to you guys, 5G. Mobile users getting 1 GB and stationary is getting users getting 10 GB. So the 2030 6G is 10 to 20 times faster than 5G. So in this one's, as I said to you guys, so the mobile users should get at least 10 gigabytes, 10 to 20 gigabytes, because if it's 10 to 20 times faster, then the mobile users should get at least 10 gigabytes. If you guys look in here, they should get, the mobile users should get at least the amount of data that the stationary user get for 5G, and the stationary users stationary users should get at least 250 gigabytes per second. This is crazy. With this amount of GB gigabytes per second, some computers, they have a hard drive of 258. Some of them, as far as I know, to 500 GB, and some computers they got like 1 terabyte. So they have the amount of data that this networks can transfer, so they cannot fill one computer. Say if you guys going this amount of data, so if the computer is 1 terabyte, and most of the new computers nowadays is 1 terabyte of the hard drive, so this one can fill one computer in less than 5 seconds. So this is crazy. If I send you say 500 say even 200 gigabytes of data inside your computer, and your computer is say 500 GB hard drive, then I'm gonna fill your computer in 2 seconds. So this is how that's the amount of data you guys gonna get. So if you guys look in here, mobile user here getting 384 kilobytes with 3G, stationary is getting 2 megabytes, and then jump in here the amount of here this 2 megabytes come here with mobile users, and the stationary getting 1 gigabyte. So this 1 gigabyte jump here for the mobile users from the stationary of the 4G to the station mobile user of 1G, and it goes to stationary of the 10 GB, then TGB and 10 GB jumps into mobile user. So if you guys look in here, it's like a zigzag, it's going zigzag. Our data is going zigzag all the way to 6G, and 6G is like technically is 10 to 20 times faster than 5G, but some experts say it's 100 times faster than 5G. We still don't know, but I'm going to show you guys all the technology involved with the 6G. But 6G is a totally different beast. It's like coming from the future. No, the world hasn't seen anything, any crazy things like this. So this is very, very crazy. In the next video, I'm going to explain to you guys all this from 1G to 2G, how we get what was the specification of 1G, history of 1G, background of involved in 1G, what was the background of 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, and 6G. So in the next video, I'm going to show you guys one by one about all these G's. So if you guys stay tuned, make sure you guys do subscribe, and make sure you guys press the bell icon for updates. Our next video is going to be evolution of the mobiles from 1G all the way to 6G. If you guys got any question or comment, leave in the comment box. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.